What's going on, people? Then welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Blatant Red TV. It's your boy Mike. I'm still riding high off the euphoria of yesterday's result. Ah, man, I'm still looking at the highlights. Salah's goal was a banger, man. Like, he cut in and he just top binsed it, man. Like, it's crazy. But there's something irking me, people, right now, man. It's irking me. It's irking me, man. I just thought I have to talk about it, man. And what I'm finding annoying is that people are still not giving Liverpool the credit that we deserve. I'm still hearing this narrative that's going around that we haven't been tested. We haven't played anyone yet. We all know that the Premier League, there's no easy games in the Premier League. We saw that if we saw that yesterday, sorry. We saw that with the fact that the champions, Man City, went to Bournemouth and lost 2-1. We saw that yesterday with the second team that's meant to be like, supposedly this year is meant to be their year to win the title. A lot of pundits, made them favourites at the beginning of the season. Lost to Newcastle yesterday too. So this narrative that we ain't played no one or we ain't been tested, there's no easy games in the Premier League, innit? Like, that's what I want to get out here, because everyone knows the Premier League is probably one of the hardest as well as the most exciting leagues in the world. But everyone knows you could be on a 6 winning streak or even a 10 winning streak, and then you could face, I don't know, who's bottom of the table right now? Wolves. You could face Wolves, and Wolves might just roll up to your stadium and move to you. From what I remember at the start of the season, a lot of people didn't even put Liverpool anywhere near the top of the table. It was Man City, then it was Arsenal. Some people was even throwing Aston Villa in there. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, the disrespect. I remember some pundits in the beginning was talking about, yes, Liverpool lost Klopp. They was even talking about that the whole, Klopp being a big character, and to lose a manager of that stature, that, is an elite manager, to lose a manager of that caliber is going to affect Liverpool. Like, they were saying things that you saw it with Sir Alex Ferguson when he left Manchester United. We saw it with Arsene Wenger when he left Arsenal. Both of these two teams struggled. A lot of people had Liverpool written off this season, and even down to the job that Slot's done, it's hurting a lot of people. It's making a lot of people think, nah, what's going on? Like, I didn't think Liverpool. It's hurting them to even come out and admit the truth that they was wrong. That's what it is. Just admit you was wrong. You was wrong to write off Liverpool at the beginning of the season. Like, I remember I'm hearing pundits talk about, Arsenal being the team that's ran City the closest these last 2 years. Like, the disrespect. Like, let's be honest, innit? Like, I don't want to go back to Klopp's era, but let's go back to Klopp. In that era, there was only one team that challenged Manchester City. If it wasn't for Liverpool winning the league in 2019, I think City would have done 3 in a row then. But we obviously stopped them. But prior to that, people forgetting we was the only team challenging it. It weren't Manchester United. It wasn't Arsenal, because Arteta was finishing 8th in all these places, like, in his first couple seasons in the league for Arsenal. But it was Liverpool. We was the team that was literally challenging Man City regularly. One of Man City's own players, Bernardo Silva, came out and said when they faced Arsenal that Liverpool didn't come and sit back the way Arsenal play and all this stuff. Liverpool challenged us every year. You know what I'm trying to say? We made Man City have to be, like, on their toes when we was really, like, battling them for the league. So, yeah, man, just basically put some respect on Slot and Liverpool's name. That's all I'm trying to say, innit? Put some respect on our name, because we've had some tough games. We've had some hard games. And I've even got a list here, and I'm going to go through the list to show you how much of a difficult start we've had. Because it's been a tough run. Right now, we're on a 10-game run that people said really is the test. This is where Liverpool are going to get tested. Let's see what they, how much bottle and how much metal Liverpool has got. Well, let me just tell you, man, this. Out of the first 5 games that we played out of this 10, we've won 4 and we've drawn 1. So, put some respect on our man's name, innit? Put some respect on Liverpool's name. That's all I'm saying, innit? Let's start with the first game of the season, which was Ipswich away. Yes, we won the game 2-0. But Ipswich, did they win? I don't think they won they didn't win the championship, but they was one of the informed teams in the championship, innit? They've came up, and it's that whole new new league, that bounce in it, to go away to a team that's just come up from the Championship and they're facing obviously one of the so-called big names in the league, which is Liverpool. Like, do you know how much of a difficult game that was? Yes, we won it 2-0, but in the first half, we wasn't losing, but Ipswich did play us off the park in the first half. You know what I mean? Yes, we obviously in the second half, we turned it around, we won 2-0. But let's not forget how much of a difficult game on paper that is for most teams, to go away to a team that just came up from the Championship and to win 2-0. Yes, I understand it's Ipswich, and on paper, Liverpool should be beating a team like Ipswich. But the point I'm making is you're still going away to a team that is excited to be in the Premier League, playing their first game in the Premier League. And again, it's against one of the big boys in the league. Do not basically write off how much of a factor that could play in the match. Brentford at home. Brentford has been a certified, solidified team. They've been in the Premier League for a while. Like, let's not act like, again, on paper, if you're looking at the name, Liverpool at home to Brentford, yes, we should be winning that game. But we cannot act like Brentford is not a decent Premier League team. And look at Brentford right now, how they're playing. Like, look how they're starting most games, like scoring the first goal early. I don't even know who they last played, but I'm sure the team that they last played, I think, I don't know. And then I don't want to sit here and act like I know. But the whole point I'm making is that Brentford is still not an easy game, even though we are at home. You know what I'm trying to say? Then our third game of the season was against our rival, Manchester United. And I understand again, Manchester United are not playing the best of football. They wasn't playing the best of football under Ten Hag. You know what I mean? A lot of people have obviously said, yeah, United, they're not even challenged for the league. So technically, that's not even, an important game, or it's not a big match. It's still a big match. It's our rival. It's Liverpool. It's Manchester United, Liverpool. Form, all that goes out the window in that game. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But yes, we ran out 3-0. But do not act like going away to Old Trafford is an easy game. It's not an easy game. And for Liverpool to win that game 3-0, you got to give, obviously, respect where respect is due to Slot, innit? You know what I mean? We won that game through. Sorry, the only thing you can do is go out and do your job. And we went out and we did our job. We won 3-0. But let's not act like, oh, it's just Manchester United. So, Liverpool should be beating Manchester United. It's not like that. Our next game, obviously, was our first loss of the season against Nottingham Forest. Look where Nottingham Forest are right now in the league. They're sitting third in the table. And I think after that win against us, they haven't really lost any games, Nottingham Forest, I don't think they have. Yes, we lost that game fair and square because Nottingham Forest did come there with a tactic. It worked, innit? They obviously didn't play. They sat in, basically, and soaked up pressure. And then in the second half, they basically brought in, obviously, some of their top players like Alanga, Hudson-Odoi, and some of the wide players that can obviously cause Liverpool problems. They did that, and it caused us problems. Hudson-Odoi got the goal, 1-0. We lost that game. Fair and square. I can't complain about that. But again, the whole narrative that I'm saying, it doesn't matter who you're facing. You know what I mean? Everyone expected Liverpool. I've expected Liverpool to go out there and win that game. But we lost. Again, it just shows you that it's the Premier League. And it don't matter who you are. If you do not perform on that day, you're liable to go out and get beat. And that's what happened, innit? We got beat. But after that, oh my God, after that we lost the game. I remember all the talk that was coming out. Oh my God, Liverpool. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, typical Liverpool. Like, to go away to Man United and win, and then you're at home to Nottingham Forest and you lost. Then everyone was saying, oh, the next game is against AC Milan. Oh, that's a tough game. Of course it's a tough game. AC Milan, even though they're not doing great in the Italian league, they're still AC Milan. On paper, it's a tough game to go and play, especially in the Champions League, away from home. We went there and we won 3-1. We obviously conceded the first goal, and even me, in that game, I'm thinking, oh, here we go, we're going to lose. For us to come back in a match like that, especially after the loss to Nottingham Forest, to go out there and get a 3-1 result against AC Milan, big result. Yeah, Liverpool did get the plaudits about it, but again, people were still saying, they still ain't really been tested. It's like, what can we do, bro? What can we do? Next game of the season, Bournemouth at home. We obviously won that game 3-0. But look, again, I'm talking about the name. Bournemouth yesterday was facing Man City. Bournemouth, everyone wrote off Bournemouth yesterday. Everyone wrote them off. They're not going to basically win this game. They're not going to win this game. They turned around and won 2-1. They outplayed Manchester City. You know what I'm trying to say? So again, it's the narrative. It doesn't matter who you're facing. This is the Premier League, bro. There's no easy games. And if you're not on your then you can lose. Man City wasn't on their shiznit. They lost yesterday. Crystal Palace away, which was our next game after that. Palace away is a tough game. It's a difficult game. We saw Tottenham go there and concede a goal in the first half and couldn't get a goal back into the game. They lost the game 1-0. Everyone knows Selhurst Park on certain days can be a tough stadium to go to and win. But Liverpool went there and we won 1-0. We scored a goal and we held on. We won. We didn't get no credit for that. People still saying we ain't been tested. Then we go into the whole, all right, Liverpool, this is Liverpool's next set of games, which was the 10-match run that we had, obviously, after the international break in October and then kind of through November. So the first of that first test was Chelsea at home. Chelsea at that time was flying high. I remember I heard certain people on the radio talking about Chelsea slightly could be title favourites or even go for the title. Like, people was even saying, yeah, Chelsea was going to come Liverpool and win. But we ran out 2-1 winners. You know what I'm trying to say? Next game after that, Leipzig. We had to go away to Germany. Another team that was second in the Bundesliga that was unbeaten in their first 7 games. But we went there and beat them 1-0. The next game after that, the so-called team that's meant to be, that everyone said was going to win the league this season, Arsenal. We went to the Emirates and we got pegged back twice. We was a goal behind twice. And we came back and we basically pegged Arsenal back and got a point. You know what I mean? Then we had a cup game against Brighton. One of the most informed teams in the league right now in the cup. Yes, we obviously fielded a weakened team. They fielded a weakened team. But we still went there and got a 3-2 win. Like, you can only do your job, innit? And we did our job that day. We won 3-2. Then, our last game that we had this season, which was yesterday, was against Brighton. The same team that is one of the most informed teams in the league right now. And we got fists up, bro. We got corked. I'm talking, we got fists up. We got beat up and battered in the first half. Brighton could have been all 4-0 if it wasn't for, like, you know, if they was a bit more clinical. But we was losing, deservedly. We was losing at halftime 1-0. But we came back and we won 2-1. You can only do your job in this league, and we did our job. But yet, even after that game, people are still saying we ain't been tested yet. It's like, we're not going to get this whole narrative going away until we face, like, I don't know, well, we got Bayer Leverkusen on Tuesday. And then, if we got in the league, I'm not too sure if we got in the league next week, the following weekend. I'm not too sure. But my whole thing, as I'm trying to say, is let's stop this narrative that Liverpool ain't played no one, man. Like, because we're sitting top of the table right now. And you don't sit top of the table for no reason. You sit top of the table because you've gone out there and you've done your job. So let's not do this whole we ain't played no one. We've played people. We've played Premier League teams. Like, no team is in the Premier League just because of the name. They're in the Premier League because they deserve to be in the Premier League. They're picking up the points that's keeping them in the Premier League. Like, Brighton, to play Brighton twice, away from home and at home, like I said, they're the most informed team in the league right now. So to play them twice and win, there's other teams that have lost to them. There's other teams that have got battered. You know what I mean? But, like, people just still don't want to give Liverpool the credit. So that's why I came on camera today to just say, can we stop the bullshit now? Can we stop the bullshit? Because where we are because of hard work and because of, like, the proof in the pudding, they don't lie. If you're top of the table, that means you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And can we start giving Slot the credit he deserves, bro? Because the man came in, everyone was criticising Liverpool, saying they ain't bought no one. He's going to struggle because how can you start the league with you ain't bought no players? The man didn't buy no one. He bought one player in Chiesa, and Chiesa's been injured. these last couple of weeks. We haven't even seen the man on the pitch. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just saying, give the man the credit he deserves and give Liverpool the credit they deserve, man. That's all I came on camera to say, to be honest, people, man. Just like, I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it, man. We're top of the table for a reason, because we're beating what's in front. That's all you can do. You can only beat what's in front of you. But yeah, man, it's your boy Max. Just a quick video to just say, yeah, enough is enough and I've had enough, man. I don't care if, you know, people listen to this video or if you don't. But I just wanted to basically voice my opinion on this whole narrative that we haven't played anyone. It's my channel. It's Blatant Red TV. I'm a Liverpool supporter and I'm here to talk all Liverpool stuff. And this is something that I want to talk because it is aggravating me right now. And I just needed to get it off my chest. But now it's off my chest. I'll be back on your screens tomorrow with the match preview for Liverpool's game against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League. And until then, people, enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you soon. Peace.